Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Push left, push left.
58, boys, 58.
Spot that.
Hey, pick your game.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch tight end. Hey. 4 down.
18. Mike 50.
Go.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Six yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Gain of 6.
Come on, baby, let's go.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Green 80.
I'm here all day. Watch tight end. Tight right.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Going deep for Eifert. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Check, bust it. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike.
Left pass.
I'm scared.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? So if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Okay, 43, 15. Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
50's a mark. 50's a mark.
Hey, Ribley. Attack.
Alpha. Check that set. Motion.
Yellow.
No. Off.
Hey, Ribley.
Shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Right side.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the catch good, it's Eifert. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, alert.
Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
95. Go, 14.
Now it's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Check.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Get ready. Twist. 50's the mark.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They're spotted at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Corey Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Okay, double it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson got his man. It's Eifert. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yellow.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Yellow.
Check, check. Check 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Credit the tackle to Kylie Fitz, the former Utah Ute.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check like 15. Here we go.
Hey, look. What?
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Hey, zero.
It's me and you. Mike 50, Mike 50.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Come on, Lon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's going to go down again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Well, a pass that's taken in by Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check. Out. H3, 218. Chopper.
Yellow.
Bang.
Hey, Sunday.
Check 31.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Check three, check three.
Hey, 15. Yellow.
Mahomes to throw once more. It's complete to Grant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Yellow.
Shoot.
15.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Yellow.
Watch the boot. Watch the 50.
Mahomes now on first down. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Go.
Mike 50. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson going to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
This is first and goal, and a golden chance to fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsey in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that?
Hey, 43, 43, 15.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Grant. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, 43. Yellow. Delta.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Attack, attack.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Hey, yellow, hey, go.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Rush in. Check. Motion to back.
Yellow. Hey, 43. Attack.
Switch. Wow.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
36 power.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson to throw again. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On first down, Lindsey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Buying time to his left. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Coming to you. Go, guys, 4 down.
Man, move it. You got to get that.
Pre-alert.
50. Mike,
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Look left. Motion. 19.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4 down. Check.
Mike 50. Go. Pick up the ball.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
50, Mike 50. Here we go, here we go. Go. 50's to Mike. hold up. 50, Mike, 50.
They'll try and throw for him with Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short. First.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow. 180. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll run on first down. Grant, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They go back to Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Yellow. All right, go, Lou, Eddie. Say Sunday. Cut. Right, 64, weak.
That's what.
On first down, it's Grant, and he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, it's Grant, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yellow. I'm going, Eddie. 43. Check. Come on. I don't miss him.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught at the 20. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Duke Dawson picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Grant. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Open space inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Wilson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike 50. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 50's the Mike.
On fourth down, Wilson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a first and goal. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
He'll run it, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. Throwing is Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this is going to be recovered by the hand seam. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Hey, Ripley. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
15. Drop seat spin. Let's go, baby.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Denver, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.